So, Kakadosh, we're continuing with Mem Zayin Amud Aleph. This is on the bottom of the Gemara, where it says Tanu Rabbanan. We learned in a Braita. Okay, bekumtso. What does it mean when it says bekumtso? Which means that he's going to take the comets, which is the handful. Shelo yaseh midah lekomets. He can't make a midah with the comets. Okay, so we ask, Maushi yaseh midah lechafina. Can he make a midah for this chafina? Which means, can he take this shiur? So he says, Hatamu dichtiv. There it's written bekumtso. Aval hacha, but here that it's not written bechofnav. I would say, Lo, that you can't do that. Or maybe Alif melo melo mikumso. Or maybe we're going to learn melo melo from kumso. So Tashema, we're going to learn in the Braita. This is the measurement. My lover, we're not talking about Shimdatzala Somidai, that he could make whatever measure he wants. The Gemara answers, no. This is what it means to say. This is the way that he used to do it on the inside. Okay? Shema Mina, we learn from here. Chofen v'chozer v'chofen, which means that he used to take the ketoret, he used to do the chofna, which is the handful, before going into the Kodesh Kodashim, and then again he used to do the same thing after going inside. Okay, so therefore he used to do it both times. So dilma imratza la'aso midah oseh, inam yishlo yichaser v'shlo yutid. So he says, 1 second, maybe be'emet the kavanah of the Mishnah is that this is the midah, that if he wanted to do a midah, he could do the midah, and or if not, you could explain that he didn't make it less or more. So Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in a Braita. I would have thought that he could make it in with 2 fingers. Tamulomar bekumtso. Bekumtso means it has to go inside of his komets. Remember, the komets is this finger. Ibekumtso, if it's going to be the kumtso, I would have thought to say even brashetz built up, the top of the fingertips. Tamulomar melo kumtso, the entire thing. It's just like people come and they close their hands, right? Well, that means basically the kohen has to actually close his hands. Ha-ketzad. He used to put the 3 fingers inside. Right? He used to come like this, the 3 fingers inside of his hand. Right? V'komets. And that's how he used to do it. Okay, Mem Zayin Amud Bet. Uvmachvat. And to do with the shovel. Uvmarcheshet. Or also, right? That means basically this machvat, the mincha machvat, they used to actually bake it, right, on the shovel. And then they used to do the kmitza from it. Or the marcheshet. And then they used to mochek, they used to do like this. You know, like when something's full, you go like this and then you level it off. So that's called leveling it. Begudlo. So he used to do like this and then he used to level it with his gudal. Okay? That's a very difficult thing. Which means he used to actually come and he used to take with his gudal and then the small finger. That was very difficult. It's very difficult that after you have it all like this, now you're going to come and you're going to, with your thumb or with the little pinky to level it. Very difficult. So says the Gemara, this is the only difficult work that there was in the Beit HaMikdash. V'tulo, vayika melika. Melika is with the nail to do shchita to the bird. So he says vayika melika, vayika chafina, also chafina. Elazoyi avodot hakashot. It's one of the most difficult ones in the Beit HaMikdash. So Amar Rav Yochanan says Rav Yochanan, by Rav Yeshua ben Uzah. Yeah, so he says, ask Rav Yeshua ben Uzah, ben ha-benaim, right, shel melo kumtso ma'u. What about the ben ha-benaim of melo kumtso, which means in between? So he says over here, the chelek of the mincha, which was in between his fingers. What about that? So Amar Papa de Gavai. He says the chelek of mincha, which is on the inside, which is between his fingers, lo tibay lecha devadai, for sure that's a komets. Tibarai, but if it's on the outside, meaning if it's going to be on the inside, for sure that's part of the komets. But what about if it's on the outside? So he says, for sure it's considered shidayim. So kitibay lecha, one is the question then, to ben u ben. There's sometimes you're going to have on the outside part, sometimes on the inside part, and then you have in between. So on the inside, for sure it's considered part of the inside. The outside, for sure, is part of the outside, but what about in between? What's the halacha with that? So Rabbi Yochanan had the pasha Yoshua ben Uzah ben ha-benaim is a safek, it's a doubt. So what are you going to do then? Hechi avid. So Amar Rav Chanina says Rav Chanina, maktir komets lechudeh. He's going to bring the komets by itself, tchila, at the beginning. V'hadar ben ha-benaim. Then afterwards, one's in between. Because if you're going to tell me ben ha-benaim is going to be brought at the beginning, maybe it's considered leftovers, right? So then it's shidayim, and shidayim that was lacked from the kmitza laktara, and Amar Mor shidayim shechasumin in kmitza laktara, maktir, you can't bring the komets on it. Okay, if so, hashtanami. So to now also, ikrukan, we're going to say, kol shemimenu laishim, any type of a korban which is between the zevach and the mincha, is going to be harehu bebal taktiru. You're not to bring it on the mizbeach. So Amar Rabbi Yehuda ben Rabbi Shimon ben Pazi says Rabbi Yehuda, the son of Rabbi Shimon ben Pazi, temaktir lei l'shum etzim. You're going to bring it for the etzim, like Rabbi Eliezer. The Tanya was learned in a Braita. Rabbi Eliezer says, "Lereach nichoach." What does it mean that it has to be for a pleasant fragrance? If you're going to bring it as a pleasant fragrance, you could bring it for wood. Meaning, don't bring it as a reach nichoach, but bring it as wood. So you're bringing it as wood. So Hani Chal Rabbi Eliezer, that's good according to Rabbi Eliezer, but according to the rabbis, what are you going to say? So he says, Amar Mari the Kamse Shemine. Shikmitzu the Kohanim, the Shmanim, the Kol Menachot, that means the bigger ones, which means if you have a Kohen that his fingers are fat, so therefore the flesh is dochek, it puts pressure. Fat fingers, they put pressure. So what happens now? There's not going to be any space in between in order there's things here. So the fatter fingers that you don't have space here in order that it gets stuck. So hashta. So now that we just said that, Eliezer also lechatchila the kamtze shmini. Okay, then he has the two dots because we have the brackets about how we're learning this. So by Rav Papa asks, Ben Abenaim shalom lo chofnaf, what's halacha? So my kamim, what's the question? Igamar melo mehatam. If he's going to learn it from over there, melo, the gzira shava, that it's written melo and it's written melo, hainuhach, it's the same thing. So Rav Papa Hachi Baile, this is what it means to say. Melo chofnaf vehevi. What does it mean, melo chofnaf vehevi, Baina? It says vehaika, you do have this case. Odilma velakach vehevi Baina. Do you need that melo chofnaf and then you brought it? Or do you need velakach vehevi? And you don't have it. So we don't have the answer. So Rav Papa says, Pshitali, it's obvious to me. Melo kumtso is like what people close their hands. So by Rav Papa, just to use the top of the fingers. Right? Ma'u milamata lemala, or from the top of the bottom. Ma'u minatzadin, or from the sides. So we don't have an answer. So Rav Papa says, Pshitali, it's obvious to me. Umlo chofnaf is kedechafni inshi. Just like people come and they fill their hands. So by Rav Papa asks, Chafam b'rashet tzveotav, what happens if you use the top parts of his hands? Or milamata lemala, right? What's halacha? Or minatzad. So chavam bezu, or he did it together, and then he brought them together. We don't have an answer. And then the Gemara is going to ask about what happens if you're going to put it against the wall. Okay, and that's how we're going to finish with